Warning! The following audio may contain coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for a younger audience. Listener discretion is advised. Also, we may spoil everything and anything, so you have been warned. Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Welcome to Podtaku episode, what are we at now, 2? Yes, 2.
I do believe it is 2.
2. My name is Arcata from Glass Reflection, and welcome to our wonderful podcast. Joining me today, as I screw up my words, as I quite frequently do, is Holden from Holden Reviews.
Hey guys, how's it going? Holden here.
Gigic from the Anime Zone.
What's up, guys?
And Jean from Fuck If I Know, it's her thing.
Good evening, everybody.
And that's it, me done being all formal.
So, with that said, let's start the round table. What I've been watching recently is I've been watching, trying to catch up with Excel World. It's pretty interesting. It's not really anything revolutionary. It's following the RPG formula.
Is that from the same person who did Sword Art Online?
Yeah, it is.
Sword Art,
Yeah, it's the exact same mangaka or original author, and it's pretty good. But it's not as mature as Sword Art Online is.
Oh,
it's
great.
more or less like a shonen beat 'em up with an online twist.
Yeah, it's
Sword Art
Mortal
It is
Kombat.
similar, though, right? I guess we all talked at the same time.
This is what happens when we have like 5 people in a conversation. It's only 4, but whatever.
Oopsies.
What was your question, Gene?
I said, is it similar to Sword Art Online, though?
Yes,
I
it's
was-
very similar.
Okay.
The only difference is that instead of being fantasy world, it's a cyberpunk world, pretty much. That's really the only noticeable difference between the two. Other than that, I mean, they're not extremely similar. Like you wouldn't get them confused, but you can definitely tell how they're related and how the influences of both are very similar in both. Just Axel World's about like a fat fuck who goes around and like, what? Have you seen Sword Art Online?
Oh.
It's about like this fat fuck and he goes around.
You just mixed up your titles, man.
Sword Art Online is like the complete
Oh
opposite.
shit. Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, Excel World. Yeah, because the other one's about like Sword Art Online's about like something Blade, I think, or something.
I know it.
What's his name?
I know what you mean by more, like less mature, because I've seen the animation and like it just looks so childish, and I think that's what
It's
threw
not
me
even the
off.
animation. It's the character designs. Like Sunrise themselves are doing enough fluid animation to make it look really good.
Yeah,
But the overall
like the
character designs.
Yeah,
The character designs are pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's
they
it's
are.
pretty odd.
Isn't it the character designs? Everyone's normal except for the main character, who is just the short, fat kid.
Yeah, he's the short fat kid to appeal to the short fat odd like demographic, which I assume is pretty big, or at least
Or at least for online RPG players.
it's pretty big here in America. You know, yeah, it's I don't know, it's a really weird thing because the series comes off as kind of like a fighting for your life kind of show, but then it just takes on this whole lighthearted, I want to be the very best, like no Burst Linker ever was.
Okay.
And
To beat them all is my real test.
Yeah, to train them
And
is my
then-
cause.
no, to level up is your cause. What the fuck are you training? For Christ's sakes. Jesus Christ. Why do we have her here?
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, you fucker.
Okay, but yeah, all I've been watching is Excel World. So, what have you guys been watching?
I, unfortunately, or fortunately, as of today, have finished watching the first 4 episodes of Aoi Bengaku.
Oh,
yes.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
How do you find it?
How awesome. What'd you think?
It's
What did you
depressing
think?
as fuck.
Did you want to kill yourself?
It was amazing, but it was like, wow, hello?
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing.
It's a masterpiece. in making you feel shit.
The only thing that's ever come close to making me feel that empty was watching Paradox Spiral, the fifth Kara no Kyokai film.
Mm.
And
No.
there's a lot of similarities between the two also. It's this questioning humanity.
It's
But
true.
yeah, so you being like a self-proclaimed pessimist, what did you, like, how depressed did you get when watching it? Could you relate?
I would admit that I was fairly depressed at the end of watching it, though not as depressed as I thought I was going to be. Mainly because I kept looking at it, and the more I watched it, the more I just felt like the main character was actually Light Yagami, and shit was happening to him because of all the bullcrap he pulled in Death Note. That made me feel so much better about the whole thing.
It's like
just knowing.
it's what Light truly deserved. Just happened.
No,
to him.
it's like that. The way I look at it is, it's like, I think it's just this beautiful tale that, like, death and punishment is not biased and fairly non-prejudiced towards anyone. How it can happen to anyone for any cause. And this guy was, basically his cause was that, yeah, he was just an artist. Like, well, it wasn't his cause, but it was just, he superficially was just an artist. He was nothing.
He was just an artist and
Yeah.
who failed
He
killing
just-
himself like twice.
He himself just wasn't meant for this world, you know. Like,
Yeah.
he just didn't suit the world, and
He didn't
you
fit
could
the world, but he was there.
Yeah, but
It was like this thing. It was him it was basically him trying to be accepted by society. How he couldn't get anyone to, well, he just didn't care for anyone. And no, like, people, he was a lady killer, much like myself, in the way that he could do anything he wanted.
he was just missing the blonde hair.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could do anything he wanted. But at the end of the day, if it doesn't bring you any joy, what's the point in doing it, you know?
And he really was
Yeah.
a ladies' man. He had like 4 or 5 different women on hand throughout the entire show while complaining about how crap his life was.
I think that was one of my favorite things about it. It was like, it was just he was so cavalier about everything. Like, I really resonated with that because I don't really care about much either. But it was just the way that he leaves everyone like so casually. He's just like, oh yeah, it's
Casanova.
just gonna leave.
It's also that the ladies that he picked up were just as fucking depressed as he was, you know.
It's
Oh, yeah,
true.
all of them were desperate.
Depressing, yeah, desperate people and depressed people attract other desperate people.
Yeah, it's just a whole circle of depression that just spirals downward.
And you guys haven't even seen the other arcs yet.
No, I stopped there. Well, then again, I only finished it today.
I got mentally scarred. I just got shocked, and I was like, "Man, I'm not ready to see the rest of them."
Like, it out of all of them, it's probably the most depressing.
Probably.
But there is also the other arcs, particularly Run, Melos, and Kokuro, are like emotionally engaging, and they really make you wonder and stuff, just the same way that Aoi Mangaku did. Like, they couldn't really match Aoi Mangaku, because Aoi Mangaku had 4 episodes in. The most any other one I think has is at least 3 or maybe 2. But it's not at the same length, nor, like the amount of work put into it as Aoi Mangaku, because that one
was like a classic.
yeah, I meant to say No Longer Human.
All right.
Mhm.
None of them have
Yeah.
No Longer Human has more episodes than all the other ones, so it kind of makes sense, but also for good reason, because it probably is the most emotionally like invoking one out of all of them. But that's not to say that the other ones aren't as well.
You want to
It's
know
just
what
that-
my favorite thing about it was? It was not the story itself, but what I actually loved a lot was the little opening scenes where that the live action guy was standing in the library telling you about the author. That helped a lot.
Yeah,
It was
that
very interesting.
That totally just got you into the
Yeah.
mindset, and
And those were
the
just
whole
filmed
tone of the
very
show.
well too.
And just well, it was Madhouse, and you notice like the coloring scheme in Madhouse, they've used it in Death Note,
Red and
the
blue.
red
Well-
and blue, and also they use it. They also use it in Kaiji. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, he really likes to do that, because in Guilty Crown he does the same thing. He
Yeah.
really likes to use red and blue. He does the same in High School of the Dead. If you like compare all of his openings together, they all have flashing images that are like the people are red or blue. Like in Death Note it was light in L. How they
Like in L.
Kira was red and like L was blue.
Yeah.
And he does that a lot. That's just his style. He really likes to use like red versus blue. He's a fan. I don't know.
Perhaps.
He likes his colors.
Well, speaking of Madhouse, and to get off the depressing subject of this particular anime, the other anime that we watched yesterday was I watched the English dub of Redline.
Oh, see, I have very mixed opinions upon the dub of Redline.
Oh, do you now?
Because the movie...
I still have not seen the dub.
It was meant to be played in Japanese because it's not like the people are stationary when they're talking. People are constantly moving. And so the lip flaps were really hard to sync, in my opinion.
Well, yeah.
With a show like Redline, where people are constantly flailing about and like turning their head and stuff, it's a really hard thing to dub because people aren't just being stationary and having like traditional mouth flaps at all.
Well, the animation is also a lot more detailed, so the lip flap's a lot harder to match to well. Instead of just like open mouth, close mouth, it's like whole facial expressions with your mouth going every which way.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest things about Redline that I question about the dub. Like the dub, the reason I was looking forward to the dub is because when I imported the Blu-ray for that in like whenever it came out in like 2011 or something, I forgot. 2009. Well, no, the Blu-ray didn't come out till later, like 2011.
Okay.
And whenever I got the Blu-ray, it has English subtitles and stuff on it. And I remember my one thought about it was, whenever I have to spend the split second to read the subtitles, that is a moment of time where I'm not looking at the artwork.
Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to the dub so I could just soak in all of the artwork in its entirety without having to worry about the continual story, which there wasn't much of anyway. But if there was, like, I would have loved to see it dubbed in a different way than it was. But if you haven't seen Redline, I don't think you'll really notice the difference.
Most people probably won't care.
Could it be dubbed, like, well, if you're talking about the lip flaps?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it can't.
I don't think it would be possible in that way.
I don't think it is. And that was, like, the problem with it. Like,
So the only way that you won't have a problem with it is if you learn how to speak Japanese.
No, if there's just not even it basically is if you learn how to speak Japanese, because there is no, like, room for the mouth flaps pretty much at all. It's really hard. But what did you think of it? Was it your first time watching it?
No, this is my second time watching it, actually.
Second time watching it?
First time a long time ago. But no, it was my second time watching it, but it was my first time watching it in Blu-ray quality, because...
Oh, yeah. It like demands to be watched in Blu-ray quality.
If something is like worthy of Blu-ray, it's Redline.
Yeah, if there's like anything, it's like to test how good your TV looks. It's basically just get a copy of Redline.
Yeah. No, but that's what it was, is because I watched the first time I watched it way back when. I watched it like a DVD quality fan sub that I got. And then when I was thinking about rewatching it a couple of days ago, I was just like, well, we have this big HD TV upstairs and no one's going to be home on Tuesday. So why don't I just watch Redline on it? I love that soundtrack.
Oh my god, yeah. The soundtrack was really good. I really like...
I remember the opening scene, the Yellow Line, and
the song is called Yellow Line.
Yeah, that's that. Just
fucking
everything
awesome.
about it just blew me away. It's like your eyes were having sex while you were watching it.
Your eyes were just having like orgasms. They were just melting over everything. The moment it happened for me was the moment when he puts the nitro cap into the ignition.
And then his face goes all...
And then like the whole car just stretches, and it was just so fucking cool. So, like, it was just...
It's like, I don't need fucking drugs, I just need Redline, and then I swear this is what it's like to be on LSD or something like that, you know what I mean?
It was so good. Like, I remember, because the reason I bought it was because I saw a trailer for it, a 1-minute trailer, and then there was also like a bootleg of just the opening Yellow Line scene.
Yeah.
But it never actually finished Yellow Line. It's just to the part where it gets the black chick going, Takeshi Koike! It gets to that part, and then cuts off. So I never knew how it ended, because it just got to the part where like his nose started...
That's actually one of my favorite parts of the movie, when that woman says, directed by Takeshi Koike. Because like, what kind of badass do you have to be to actually have someone say your name instead of just being written credits?
Yeah, I mean, like, how badass do you have to be to have like, you know, like a predominant, you know, black woman to do it?
It's actually in the soundtrack too. If you actually get the soundtrack in that song, the woman saying directed by Takeshi
Well,
Toike is
no.
actually in the soundtrack.
Not on Yellow Line, but there is a song that does that. Yeah.
No, it's called the Red Line title. It's
Yeah,
own
it's,
individual
yeah,
track.
as I say, yeah, it's called Red Line Title. And the song that plays during Yellow Line is conveniently called Yellow Line, and it's fucking awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
It reminded me a lot of Darker Than Black, Ryusei no Gemini soundtrack, like Hayes theme.
Oh yeah, his is like techno.
But I didn't like that soundtrack because it came after Yoko Kanno's original.
No, but that song wasn't that.
I like the opening theme for it. It is really
Who
catchy.
did the music for Ryusei no Gemini anyway?
Ryusei no Gemini, I'm not too sure.
Because I just know that it wasn't Kanno.
No, it wasn't.
It very much wasn't Kanno. That was the first thing I noticed, actually, that the music just wasn't as good as the first.
Good thing I never watched the first season.
You
And then
didn't.
You've never seen season 1?
No, check. Okay, no, I never watched the first.
I thought season 1 was really good.
I watched season 2, and then I'm watching season 1 right now.
Oh, okay, that's what it
Yeah,
was.
because
Is it because you listen to Lathan Crow?
shout out to Lathan Crow. You know what a badass.
Shout out.
But what it was like it was so much like because we were talking about this earlier, Giga. Like, you know, how do you make sense of, you know, Dark and Black Ryusei no Gemini without seeing the first season? And it was really just me going. And if there was a flashback, it was me just saying, yeah, this happened in the first season. Like, if there was something that wasn't explained, I was like, oh, this is just the first season. Like, that was my whole thing.
See, I watched the first season, and the second season still didn't make sense for me because they just skipped up, like, so much stuff.
Yeah, it was like a different story.
With
Yeah.
both story and character.
He turned from like a suave, you know, electric Batman into like a fucking pedophile hobo.
Fucking drunk who beats kids.
Who touches little girls
Yeah.
and beats kids. Yeah.
Slat. Onto the bed.
Basically it.
Yeah. How do you fuck up this badly with a character? I don't understand.
I couldn't believe the because the moment that it all hit me was that at the very end of season 2, he shaves, and that's when I realized that he was Hay from season 1.
Oh.
he used to look like this. Like, holy shit.
There's our protagonist.
Yeah, it's weird. And then they have the whole new story of, I don't know, it's just all, it was really confused. Like,
Izunami, something like that.
I didn't understand it, but it was still enjoyable. But I felt like near the latter third of the series was just a bunch of explosions and like unexplained reasons, and I didn't understand it. But maybe that's just me.
No,
maybe someone else got it.
I kind of
No,
want to
I
rant
didn't-
about
I
it
didn't
too, but I
understand
just
it
don't want to
either.
spoil it for Arcada. So
Please and thank you.
yeah, so I mean, there's one thing that really irks me, but I'll just save it for a later date after Tristan watches it, if he ever does.
I will. Yee. I will watch anything. I just need to own it.
Yeah, I know. Basically.
I
You will
man.
watch anything. You heard it from us first here.
I will watch anything. I will not review
Anything.
everything, but I will watch.
Yo, Gene, you still got that copy of Boku no Pico at your house?
Oh yeah, I'll send it over to you, Tristan.
Yeah, your brother had one. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's his favorite anime.
yeah, he
Boku
said
no
so in the
Pico.
video. People don't lie in videos.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was
No,
a
no.
surprise.
We should just totally do a live reaction to Boku no Pico, just all of us in a podcast or something.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be amazing if we did
A
that.
face cam.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't think that the anime that I'm currently watching is anything close to being gay because I'm watching Trigun.
Oh my god, is it your
my
first
God.
time watching it?
Yes, it is.
Oh
Yep.
my god,
I
it's
am on
really
episode
Cue the air guitar.
9.
what? Yeah, it's amazing.
It's great.
How far in it are you?
Episode 9, where like I think
Episode
shit's just getting real. So I'm
9.
like, oh wow, Vash is actually not a retard.
So 9, what just happened? Did the Gunho Guns get introduced?
The what? No.
Okay, no.
Did you have the duel between Vash and Wolfwood yet?
What? It was this. He was on that
Oh, no, it
like
was when
sand
Wolfwood-
steam train thing. The cliff.
Oh, it was the train.
yeah, that
that's
train.
right.
I just finished the train one.
Isn't that like episode
Or was that
6?
episode? No, it might be 8. Unless Netflix fucked up on me. I don't know.
I'm
I think you
sure Netflix was the one who fucked up in this scenario.
Yes. No, because Netflix does mess up. Because when I watched Gurren Lagann for the first time, episode 7 was missing, and that's when bleep bleep.
Oh, don't
bleeped.
say what
Yeah,
happens. But
I
yeah.
just bleeped it.
I
for
see
your
how that could
convenience.
fuck everything up.
But by the context clues, you could probably already guess what I'm saying, which I apologize
Yeah,
for. But
I
that,
know.
Like
what's happening.
think-
I know that I will be listening to this entire podcast, but don't make it harder for me for having to
Okay.
freaking bleep out spoilers.
Okay, well, I don't know, but Netflix does mess up from time to time. But maybe it was episode 8 that I just finished, but it was just the sand train thing, and
Okay, yeah,
I'm really
I
liking
understand
it.
what you're
Okay.
talking about.
yeah,
The
yeah,
one with neon lights. What's his name?
yeah, that one, like the super huge guy. He's like a monster. I don't get it, like how he's 50 times bigger than.
It's a rave party everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. He's got the glow sticks on him already.
Oh yeah, like a rave.
Just hands him out.
I bet he's like the heart of every rave party.
Then they put in the Red Line soundtrack, and that's it.
The animation is throwing me off so bad because I'm not into watching like older stuff.
classics.
Yeah, basically.
And this isn't even old. It's from the 90s.
I
You want to get
know.
old? Go watch something from the 70s. Like,
This
watch
is
the
like-
original Vampire Hunter D movie. That's old.
Oh my god. Okay.
You will not catch
No-
me. You would have to put a torture eye device on my eyeballs to watch that.
No joke. I remember I tried to watch the original Vampire Hunter D movie, and I couldn't do it because I saw blood. I didn't see it, but I saw like previews of Bloodlust, you know.
Yeah.
And by comparison, I was just
Oh,
like,
God.
is
There is
it-
no comparison.
"Is this the same anime?" Like,
There is no comparison
I
between
was
those two
I was
movies.
contemplating if it was necessary to watch Vampire Hunter D.
It really isn't. I did it because I could, but I kind of wish I didn't. Bloodlust was good enough.
Okay, talking about watching old anime, I just tried to dip into a few episodes of Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh,
Oh,
the
shit.
skies of love.
Yes, just
It's
just to see
amazing.
what just to see what everyone has like. Everyone's if you're a true anime fan, I say that's using air quotes.
It's
Then you must have seen Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
there's a classic quote, which there's an old Chinese proverb, which is, "You will know when you're ready to watch Legends of the Galactic Heroes." And it was said by Confucius. And it's, "You will know when you're ready." It's 110 episodes of pure exposition with like pretty much like at least four Lelouches on each side of on each team at any given time. It's the most psychologically intense anime that's ever been created, and those who have seen it hail it to be the greatest anime of all time.
With a but after 20 episodes. I've heard this from everyone. You have to wait 20 episodes for it to get really good. And
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, and that's how you know.
That's
you-
a chore.
Considering it's like 100 episodes long.
It was the longest running OVA series of all time. I think it was either 9 or 11 years. And it was all
It's funny that a show with like over 100 episodes is still considered an OVA.
well, because they only released one like a month. Like
Yeah.
they took their time with it, and it really does show, because it's really, really old, but looks really good. And you know, I really like the main character, the Kaiser, for obvious reasons. Mainly, he has blonde hair and he just kicks ass. But no, it's the series. It makes you think, if anything, but it takes you'll know when you're ready for it. Like,
Yeah,
don't just go
I
into
did-
it.
I did enjoy the first episode, just a taster. I can't imagine it's gonna get a while to start kicking off.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
do like how they you know how it has the introduction, either the name at the
Yeah.
very bottom. Whenever
Yeah.
they introduce a character for the first time in an episode, they show the name at the bottom and their affiliation and rank.
Some animes
Because-
do that.
There
Like,
is
I've
no,
seen-
check this out. There's 600 speaking roles in the show.
Wow.
How the fuck do you know that?
Like how? Like
I read this thing on it, and it has one of the reasons it was never dubbed is because it has so many episodes and it has so many speaking roles.
yeah, you would need
That's-
like Greg Aries to do like 15 people.
Greg Aries would have to be generic grunt. He appears once.
He would
per
have to be
episode.
every single one of like the pussy characters, and then you would get Well, you can't get Chris Patton anymore, but he could be the badass.
Funimation can't get Chris Patton.
Yeah.
Everybody else can get Chris Patton.
That's true. That is very true.
No, if it was just Funimation, they just used Todd Abercorn to voice every male character.
Everyone. Yeah. Todd Abercorn he'd be the Kaiser, and it would be awful.
Todd Havercorn's great and all, and there are some roles he's fucking amazing, but
It's too much.
man,
Too much. I mean, I remember the brief period where Johnny Young Bosch was in everything, even in stuff.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
there was a time whenever John Young Bosch was my favorite voice actor because he was in every
Lelouch.
single one of my favorite anime. He
Yeah.
was in Code Geass, Eureka 7, and just pretty much anything else he was in
Vash
as well.
the Stampede.
He's
that's
Trigun. I'm like, wait, this is Lelouch. I'm like, oh, Johnny Young Bosch was Lelouch? Oh, wow. Like, I don't know. I realized
You
that
mean
yesterday.
Vash? You
Shut
just said
The Green
you
Power
just said
Ranger.
Lelouch was Johnny Young Bosch and Johnny
Oh,
Bosch was
yeah,
Lelouch.
yeah. You know what I meant. Come on.
Lelouch was a Black
Program.
Power Ranger.
I was clarifying.
Yes.
Go Power Ranger.
He wasn't the first Black Power Ranger,
Go,
but he was the one we remember.
I thought he was
Yeah.
Asian.
He wasn't the Black
he is.
Power
he
Ranger. He was
is.
the Asian Black Power Ranger.
Oh, he wasn't the Black Power Ranger.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Black Ranger, not the black guy who was a Power
Yeah, see,
Ranger.
Yeah.
see, I knew that, and I was just re-clarifying that Johnny Young Bosch was in fact Asian.
No, but that's what happened. Originally, there was a black guy that was the Black Power Ranger, and then there was an Asian chick that was the Yellow Power Ranger.
Yeah.
And then when they went to a peace conference and they got replaced, they made the Asian guy the Black Power Ranger, and then they made the African American woman the Yellow Power Ranger.
And I think Johnny Young Bosch was at one point the Green Power Ranger.
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Okay, I was making sure.
He was the Green Zeo Ranger, if I recall.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. So actually, was that all you've been watching recently, Gigik?
Yeah, I mean, I've just caught up to Sword Art Online and Kokoro Connect, but apart from that, it's just Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh, I'm still behind.
You
Sword
know,
Art Online by a week.
Kokoro Connect will have 17 episodes. 13 will air, and then the remaining 4 will either be Blu-ray exclusive or ONAs.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I just count it as one of those shows where I switch my mind off and don't have to think about anything while watching it. And then I
Yeah.
enjoy it, so that's
Yeah.
I don't really care how many episodes it
Well,
has, to be honest.
how far are you on The Legend of the Galactic Heroes?
I've only watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh,
Just
all
just as a taster, because, you know,
You
just
haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah. No, because I want my membership to this exclusive club that everyone seems to be in when they watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
you don't want to
Yeah.
feel left out.
You get like
I don't actually. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I've actually finished Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I know I started it like 3 or 4 years back, but I don't think I finished it. So I probably should go back to that at some point.
They also have Legends of the Legendary Heroes, which is I think like a Bones anime. That was pretty weird. I don't remember why that came out, but it did. That's the rest of our roundhouse. So
Yeah.
Tristan,
A roundhouse kick to the face.
kick to the face, kick to your ears.
Yeah.
So Tristan, why don't you take us into the next topic that we're going to talk about today?
The next topic that we are going to talk about today, as it was announced by Funimation earlier today, being the day that we are recording this, the Shakugan no Shana Season 2 dubcast has been announced.
Woo!
Your immediate thoughts on it, Tristan. Go.
My immediate thoughts, based on the list of people that are there and the small little clip that it has, it is going to be probably, most likely, a very good dub. I still probably will not watch it.
Because it's a medical show at best. But what were you going to say?
Okay. The reasoning that I won't watch it
Yes.
is because if I was to watch season 2 dubbed after watching season 1 dubbed, I wouldn't be watching it thinking, oh, this is a really good continuation. Oh, I like how the characters are back and now there's this continuation of story and how things are going well. No. I would be thinking, oh my god, why does Shauna have a different voice? Oh my god.
I can't think of an anime that I've ever watched that has changed up its voice actors on the dub side, at least.
Yeah, well, how big is the difference between the
Oh, well, some of the voices are similar, but You can't
Well-
get him. You can't get him exact. You can only do so well.
That's true, very true.
Well, what about the Trigun dub? That's the only one I can think of most recently. The original one and the movie only had Johnny Young Bosch replacing his
Yeah.
role.
That Johnny Young Bosch was the only one that was there, and then everybody else got replaced. The only time in an actual show I remember it happening was in the first season of Slayers. Zelgadis was played by a totally different guy for the first, 5 or 6 episodes, and then he got replaced by Crispin Freeman.
I remember the only time it's ever happened to me was in Evangelion and Neon Genesis Evangelion. The guy with the glasses who basically turns around and says, "It's an angel!" He was changed in the end of Evangelion to sound like a to sound like a black man, but he isn't. Fun fact, that guy in Ava who says, "It's an angel!" That guy is
Now
actually...
we'll all go rewatch that just to see.
No, check this out. He's married to the voice actor of Asuka.
Ah,
What? Ah.
wow.
The guy who turns around and says, "It's an angel!"
The Holden Encyclopedia strikes again.
Yes, he strikes again.
It's a
A
200%!
bit of useless knowledge for all you podcasters.
He'll turn around and go, "It's an AT field!" Like no shit, it's a fucking angel. Of course it's a fucking AT field. But that guy, he's married to Asuka, the voice actor. So, that's an interesting fact that you can bask in. So,
Yes, thank you very much,
Okay,
the
Holden.
more you know.
Well, back on topic. Have you seen the Dubcast list, Holden?
No.
You have not. Have you seen Shauna?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of it, not all of it.
What are your thoughts on either? If you want me to list out the voice actors' names, I can, since you're not looking at it.
Go on, list out the voice
Yeah.
actor names. Just the main ones, because I'm curious.
Yeah,
Okay,
just-
well,
just
for
Shauna
okay,
and
Shauna's being played by Creamy Lay.
Okay.
His name I've always known it as UG, but for some reason here ANN has it listed as Uju. He's being played by Josh Grell. Kazumi's being played by Brina Palencia. Colleen Klinkenbeard is playing Marjorie
oh
Daw,
my god.
which actually I think might work out really well.
I think Colleen's a
has-
really good voice actress.
I agree. Yeah, she's
Alistair
really
is
good.
being played by Kent Williams, and Wilhelmina is being played by Carly Mosier, and everybody else is just kind
Now,
of there.
let me ask you this, Tristan.
Yes.
How long ago was the second and was the first season dubbed in relation to the second season? Like, what's the gap between the two dubs?
Well, to put it this way, I can't remember when the Jenny on dub was released,
Oh
but
shit!
I've owned
yeah.
it.
All you had to say was the Jenny on dub.
I owned it on DVD. I've owned it for like the last 2 or 3 years now on DVD. So it's probably a good 5 years old.
Wow.
I don't know exact numbers, but yeah, it's a Jenny on dub. It was done by Ocean Group back in Canada. So yeah, it's been probably around 5 years or so.
Wow. Now that's utterly shocking.
Was the first dub even good? Because I watched
wasn't bad.
whole thing in Japanese.
It wasn't an oh my god awful dub, but it was done by Ocean, and Ocean
So-
kind of has this kind of hit and miss kind of feeling to it.
So it wasn't like a Higurashi dub though, where
No,
Higurashi.
Higurashi was terrible.
Yeah, always talking about Higurashi.
No, it wasn't a Higurashi dub, but it was still pretty good. I can't remember everybody who played everybody, but Tabitha St. Germain was Shauna, and she did a very good job. I actually rather liked it. So there's that, but it's just a matter of if I'm going to watch it, I'm going to watch it in Japanese, so then the voices are all the same throughout every season, and every movie, and every OVA, and basically everything.
Yeah, but I mean, if the first season is like 5 years old and you watched it that long ago, do you think it would really bother you now if you watched it again dubbed? Like if you watched the second
They're
season
not
dubbed?
redubbing. Well, they're not redubbing the first
No,
season.
I
though.
know.
So
It-
if I'm gonna watch season 2, since it's been so long, I'm gonna rewatch season 1 just so I can remember what the hell is going on. Because if there's anything I remember about season 2 of Shauna, it's that there is no big explosive opening for the season. No, it starts off business as usual, like the show never ended.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I remember the start of season 2 was just something about high school, and it went very slowly.
Yeah.
That's all I remember from the
that
start.
sounds
Something
like
like
Shauna.
And you had the redhead,
She
Tsundere,
changed
lolly,
her hair
cat girl with a
sometimes.
sword.
She likes popsicles.
Yeah.
And she likes telling people to shut up continuously.
That's That sells Dakimakuras though.
Urasai, urasai, urasai.
You
It
did
sells
that, yeah.
Dakimakuras though. At the end of the day, that's all about what character designs are all about nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
How many Dakimakuras you can sell.
That's about right.
Weeaboo translation, Dakimakura means love pillow. Or
That's
body pillow.
what I
That
thought.
was just a weeaboo translation.
Yeah.
Because, you're Mr. Weeaboo
Well, I'm just-
The
Explain to our
Weeaboo
audience.
translator, as well as the Holden Encyclopedia. Weeaboo translator. That will be your other nickname. There you go, Holden.
See now.
So,
Oh no. The man of 1,000 names.
so what are your thoughts, Gigik?
Well, like I didn't watch Shana dubbed originally,
Mhm.
so it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good dub. If I was planning to watch season 3, which I'm not sure, I would probably watch the dub just because I prefer watching dubs normally.
Mm.
But I'm not sure if it's just, from what I remember, it wasn't an amazing show. It was just kind of average with good moments in it. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Well, it's not a bad show. It's not something that I have to go out of my way. Oh my god, this is the most amazing thing ever, like I would with something like Kara no Kyokai or something. But
I would
Yeah.
say Shakugan no Shana, in a word, or like rather to put it, it is a cult hit and very popular amongst a lot of people, but not often talked about.
that's probably right.
I feel like
I
that
put it in the same category as the Familiar Zero or Zero no.
Tsukaima. I feel like
Index.
that Zero no
Yeah,
Tsukaima and Index are all like the same. It's like they're not unpopular by any means, but they're just that rarely talked about. Is what I feel like.
Because they're good enough to be remembered
Yes.
to a certain degree and to be watched, but they're not good enough to be like, oh my god, you remember that one point in Shauna where this happened?
When you bring it up amongst fans get really happy because they do really usually like Shauna or Index or Zero Tsukaima because all three series are really long and
Yeah.
they all have about 50 plus episodes. So the thing about it is that when you bring it up, they'll talk about it with you. But it doesn't seem like it's ever brought up.
Like, they
that
don't
often.
praise it. Like, they don't, try to preach you to watch it.
It's not like a Code Geass.
Yeah, like, Tuarama
Yeah.
Jutsu always gets, in forums. I always see it, it's
Oh, yeah.
always being talked about. And
Yeah, like people will make their avatar stuff
yeah,
like that,
and they'll
on
just
forums.
be like, oh yeah, it was really good. But, no one tells you, go watch it. It's, the best thing ever. You'll love
And
it. They just,
yeah.
it's just, I don't know.
It's
But
very
I see where you're going.
it's very underexposed. Is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's because it's not unpopular. It's kind of like the way I view Bakemonogatari. Bakemonogatari is talked about a lot right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at first, that's the thing. Right now, it's been out since 2009. So in 2009, nobody really talked about it.
Yeah, but see,
It wasn't until a boom. There was in 2010 and in 2011, there was just this boom where Bakemonogatari just took off for some reason.
Basically,
There's
what
just
you
this
need is you need the
boom.
one person who has enough popularity or just listened to enough to say, this is really good, go watch it, to get some people to go, and then it just kind of spreads like wildfire.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
usually what happens.
Or
yeah.
it's just talked on 4chan with a load of memes, and then it gets popular that way as well.
That's
Yeah, that's
also
true.
true, yeah.
That's how Rose and Maiden got popular. If anybody even remembers that show anymore. Holy crap.
Rose and Maiden, what? What's
no,
that?
not really.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Good.
I feel like Bakemono, the Gatari series, is just on a different level, though.
The Monogatari series is not of this terrestrial realm of existence.
It really isn't. You can't get everybody into it. You gotta have that mindset.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a
Like-
lot like Legends of the Galactic Hero in the way that you know when you're ready to watch it.
Yeah, you have to be mentally prepared.
My body
Like-
is ready.
Yes, I'm
You-
ready for you.
Your body has to be totally ready because it throws pages of text at you to the point where you're pausing the video
Really?
to read everything.
Yeah, I remember when I first considered watching Bakemonogatari, and I asked my brother about it. I'm like, "Hey Jim, what'd you think about Bakemonogatari?" It has a lot of fucking text. I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you better get ready to read." I'm like, "All right," and I did it. And
They're not
he's
actually
right.
dubbing the show, are they?
No,
I can't remember who
mean,
grabbed
they-
it. I think it was
No,
was
I don't
it
think so.
NAS that got it, or was it
It was-
NAS or Aniplex?
Aniplex,
Okay.
and I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna release it on Blu-ray for about 150, I'd say. Reason being is that they're releasing really soon.
They already have.
No, check this out. The Blu-ray box set of both seasons.
Oh, okay.
And it's got $150. It's a lunchbox that has all the discs in it.
Lunchbox.
No
How
joke.
adorable.
It's like the
Does it come with a handle?
Yeah, it's like the Evangelion Platinum box set, except for it's literally a lunchbox.
Except the Evangelion plastic tin piece of crap was the worst case I have ever had the misfortune of purchasing.
It sucks to be you.
I know.
Because I got the other one. I got the Platinum one with
You got the slim pack, didn't you?
No, I didn't get the slim pack. I got the original 8 DVDs by ADV, 2001 release, the
that
original DVD.
No.
It's old. But yeah, I know the Toy Hard, the Platinum thin pack one.
The platinum thin pack thrown in the crappy ass tin.
Yep, that's what they do. That's what Gynax did with, not Gynax per se, but that's what happened with Nadia. That's what happened with Cyborg 009. It's just a weird packaging
Abenobashi
style.
had that as well, I think.
Yeah, those are all Gynax shows too.
Yeah.
That's really fucking weird. They just like shitty cases. That's their only request whenever they license something is, this has to be in a shitty box set made of metal.
Does it look cool at least? Like, while you guys are looking at it
looks cool.
online?
It looks cool, but it dents easily.
Yeah.
And if you actually want to get any case out of it, you need to open it, turn it upside down, and have
And
all of
pour
the
'em.
individual cases just pour out, and hopefully, because, they're all, have laminate on it, they don't, fall onto the floor, because they just keep slipping and sliding off each other.
Yeah.
This makes me want to check my, Beck case. I just got the amp.
Oh, yeah, the Beck amp case. The Beck amp case is...
I'm so jealous because I want Beck on DVD, but only the first 4 volumes are ever released in the UK.
Really?
How many are
And I
there?
fucking love Beck, yeah.
Ouch.
So I would just have the first 4 DVDs, and just the festival episodes would just be missing, and I really want to collect it.
You could just import it, yeah. Yeah, so it's never been released.
But he wouldn't be able to watch it, right?
Yeah, you're in New York.
Yeah, just get it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Go find some hobo.
Yeah.
It is the most readily available box set in the States. It's like $15.
It's a little bit more than that.
No, it's about $15. That's what I
Really?
paid for it.
That's what I
Well
paid
then,
for it.
shit, I paid $25 for it.
Well, you bought the amp.
Oh! She got ripped off.
You
Well,
bought the amp case. I
anyway-
just bought the slim pack.
Oh, I have the amp. It's actually, it's durable, but you guys were scaring me when you were saying that, because I was like, wow, I didn't even touch this. I just kind of threw it on my shelf, and, alright, but it's good. But, alright,
You
that makes me
bought
feel
something and you didn't even watch it?
good. No, it's
That
wrapped.
sounds
I don't
like
want to
me.
take the wrapping off of it. I already seen Beck, I just bought the...
No, I'm just kidding with you. I got 5 or 6 shows that are still in their shrink wrap on my
yeah,
shelf
I
as
think
well.
every anime every anime thing I own is still in its saran wrapping thing.
I want to
don't
go
think
on a
any of them
slight
are open.
tangent really quick and
that's-
go on Funimation releasing Black Lagoon on Blu-ray, Hellsing Ultimate 1 through 8 on Blu-ray, and Serial Experiments Lane on Blu-ray, all in November.
I will buy Helsing and I will buy Lane.
Talk about bringing your A game. That's
I will
amazing.
buy Helsing and I will buy
Bring it.
Lane because I don't own Helsing. Well, I own the first volume of Helsing Ultimate, but I might as well buy all of them in their box set. I will rebuy Lane to have it in Blu-ray because fuck yes.
It's not that good. It's just a 480 upscale with weird
No,
coloring.
what are you talking about? I have the downloaded copies from the Japanese import for Lane.
It's not a 480 upscale, but it's got this weird coloring to it that makes it really odd. The contrast has been tainted. That's from what I've gathered.
Well, I've actually seen it because I
Yeah,
have it
so
on
have
my
I.
computer right now. Because
Oh, Holden
I don't
has
watch
seen
it, I just go through 'em all.
He didn't just research it.
okay. No, but the copies that I have on my computer, the 1080p, they're really good.
But
I
it's
really
really
wanna see
good,
that.
but the series looks really bad. It's very stagnant for 1992, but then again, what wasn't? I think it has, the most, underused cell shading of any anime I've ever seen. There's almost none. It's really weird. But it uses that blood shadow effect.
Yes.
Extra points. That's the only thing I can say about that.
But I would still
does
rebuy
that
that
really
for
well.
Blu-ray. Black Lagoon, I probably won't rebuy.
It's seasons 1 and 2 on Blu-ray.
I probably won't rebuy. I already own Black Lagoon, and I'm perfectly fine with the DVD copies I got.
I want Blu-ray of Black Lagoon because that's the only one besides Hellsing that's optimized for it. Hellsing's gonna
Yeah.
look the best out of the
That's
three.
because you still need to see Black Lagoon.
Hellsing's the most optimized, Hellsing Ultimate, which I think the final episode comes out in August. And
I'm just thankful that it's coming out with a dub. And not only is it coming out with a dub, they're actually, unlike Shauna, they're bringing back the original damn cast. Thank God.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's an
wouldn't.
easy
I wouldn't
cast.
buy it on principle if they recast Alucard. On principle, I would not buy it.
You can't recast Alucard. You just can't.
You can't.
Who are you going
He
to
was
replace
so
Crispin
good.
Freeman with?
You
Who are you
can't.
gonna
No
Crispin
one.
Freeman as Alucard was really good.
Really, no one.
Like if Crispin Freeman was the only one to come back, like if they pulled a Badlands Rumble, I would still buy it, but I would feel bad for buying it because Sirius Victoria needs to be the same,
And
Integra needs to be the
Helsing.
same.
Integra was really good. And she actually sounds English and not fake English.
Anderson needs to be the same.
Yeah, is that the butler?
No,
Anderson.
Anderson's the priest.
Oh, I'm talking about.
The Scottish guy.
I'm talking about the
Scottish
priest.
priest.
Oh yeah, the guy with the bad English,
Yes.
English, and the Japanese is like, amen. No.
was it worse than
almost
like
like
Kire and
he
like
and-
Fate Zero?
It's about to say he inspired Fate Zero.
Yeah.
Kire, like the really shitty
Holy
English prayers.
shit.
He inspired that. Yeah, talk about
I was
holy
just
shit.
like,
It's a pun,
oh,
'cause
what?
he's-
That was one moment in Fate Zero that I was like, oh, wow.
That was the moment in Fate Zero where they just needed to revert back to Japanese. I would
Yeah.
rather not understand what they were saying right there
That was like the little.
because it was really
yeah,
weird.
it was.
But I feel like
Talking about taking you out of immersion, going with a really shitty prayer.
but overall, I think the Helsing dub is actually really
Mhm.
good. It's a really well cast dub, and it legitimately sounds
Like as much
English.
as much as there are things about the original Helsing series that I dislike because the plot was kind of screwed in the head a bit, the dub cast was really good, and the music. Oh my god, I love the original TV soundtrack. So good, so good.
Yeah, I noticed the Helsing Ultimate just has an inferior soundtrack to the original.
It
Hellsing.
does. It does.
Which I'm a bit disappointed because I hated the original series.
The original series I didn't hate because I hadn't read the manga or seen Helsing Ultimate,
Yeah,
so I didn't hate it. But there was this point where when Alucard. This isn't really a spoiler, but okay, the second gun,
yeah,
the Jesus Christ one.
yeah.
From that point on, it got like it either felt repetitive, or I felt like I didn't know what was happening or why.
Well, the thing with the original Helsing is that you know something's wrong with the plot when they decide to make an anime-only plot for a show that's only 13 episodes. This isn't like Shonen that has 50 bazillion episodes where they need to go anime-only plots just to catch up with the manga. No, they just decided to go off on their own and make a 13-episode anime, with the first couple episodes being about what was in the manga, but then the rest of it just doing their own thing.
Who was the original animator for Helsing?
I think it was Gonzo.
Because
I think.
Helsing Ultimate is that
makes
Madhouse?
sense. Yeah, it was Gonzo.
Yes.
It was Gonzo.
And was Helsing Ultimate Madhouse?
No, actually, I think Helsing Ultimate changed production studios multiple times.
I think you're right. Let me check.
I believe it started out with Madhouse.
Like it looks like a Madhouse feature, and
Okay, Helsing Ultimate, OVA, ANN, load your dang page. Okay, scrolling down.
Madhouse, Genion Entertainment, Staylight.
Yeah,
uh,
Statelight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so pretty much it was led by Madhouse at one point.
Yeah.
Or let's just say it was.
Production. Yeah.
It looks really good. That would look really good on Blu-ray.
No,
actually.
here's how it was.
I
Here's how it
totally-
was. Okay, episodes 1 through 4 were done by Statelight. Episodes 5 through 7 were done by Madhouse. And episodes 8 through 10 were done by some companies I've never
Was
heard of.
it Studio RF?
Kelmadic, and Graphinia.
Kel my dick.
Kel, Kelmadick. No joke.
Great name. Love it. Could not get more original than that.
No, actually, do you want to know the most original? The guy that did the background art for episode 5 was Dr. Movie.
What?
That's pretty good. He knows his movies. He can fix that. Doctor Movie.
It's in the
Yeah,
credits.
he's a
Episode 5 background art.
That sounds like the name of the worst James Bond villain to ever come out.
Doctor Movie. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty weird.
Are we still talking about Helsing?
Yes.
Okay.
What were you listening to, Gene?
I was researching. I'm sorry.
Maybe we should get a different volunteer to be in our podcast.
I'll just leave now. Aw. What? Mean. Well, anyway, you saying that, how, like, you wouldn't be able to even, like, watch Hellsing if they changed the dubcast.
I wouldn't.
Like, that made me think. So, I mean, Hellsing Ultimate was pretty popular, right?
It's,
Really
you know,
like-
it's one of the best animes ever created.
Yeah, so, I mean,
it's
so,
up there.
like, after hearing that, I'm thinking, like, does it really matter that they changed the main character in Shakugan no Shana? Like, is it really a big deal?
What? What the hell are we talking? See, Shakugan no Shana is not one of the best anime ever. Hellsing, Crispin Freeman is the embodiment of Alucard. He sold the show.
That's like if you take redub Cowboy Bebop and just don't.
I was about to say that, and you get Greg Aries to do Spike Spiegel.
No. If you get like,
Hey,
Oh, that just hit me.
I was about to give a better example,
Shut up, Yamazaki.
but then I was just like, but then it actually hit me, and I
I'm
had
not
great
crying. It's a sickness. That's my all-time favorite line of his, right up there with Negima and "I'm a 10-year-old teacher. I'm from England." He is the single most annoying voice actor ever. He either plays
And you get
He plays-
you put
yeah.
Spike Spencer as Jet Black, and then it'll be
Spike Spencer is
Yeah, and
Jet
then-
Black.
Faye. Actually, I've got a pretty good idea for Faye. Would be Lucy Christian just because.
Actually, I think Lucy Christian would do a pretty badass Faye.
That's what I'm saying. That's because we have to redeem the fact that we just hired Greg Aries and Spike Spencer as the two main male leads of Cowboy Bebop.
there is no redeeming, Holden. There is no redeeming.
But yeah,
Who would you recast for Ed?
who would I recast for Ed?
Yeah.
Vic Mignon, just for lols. Just for lols.
Excuse me, I'm like dying here.
See, no. That would actually get that would actually
That
sell
would
because
sell.
the amount of fangirls who'd see Vic
Yeah.
Mignogna's name.
It'd be Vic Mignon playing Ed. Like, he'd be reprising his role as Ed.
And then you get Tob Habercorn to play Ein.
I was about to say, then we need, like, Ein to be Todd Habercorn. Funimation.
Do it.
Yes.
We're-
Listen to this
Get on
podcast
it.
and then do
Get on
exactly this.
Like, actually, like, because that's obviously not feasible, just get a scene, one scene, get these guys in a booth and do one scene and release it for free on the internet. And then put your little thing at the end you should be watching.
Yeah.
I would pay for this. I would pay for that.
I would pay for that. I'm gonna
Just
try
the
to
one
go,
scene,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
stalker mode and go to cons and just be like, each of you record one line.
Oh, that's
And
a
I'll
good
just
idea. Like when they do their little
I'll just-
questionnaires.
Yeah. And I'll just basically, what I'll do is I'll just get the scene where they're all eating mushrooms. And that will be the scene that I'll dub.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
You know, this is a good idea. I feel a plan brewing up. You could just bring
This
like
is
some
smart.
mushrooms to them and be like, "Can you please eat these?" and put the microphone to your mouth. And then you got it. It'll work.
It would work.
It would.
Wait, Gene, have you seen Cowboy Bebop?
No.
What?
Okay, she doesn't know what I'm talking
my
about.
God.
She doesn't understand what I'm talking about.
Okay, she has no idea what she's talking about.
She
got an
thinks
idea.
I should put them on mushrooms before.
You said they were eating
the-
mushrooms.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah?
magic mushrooms.
So
They're magical.
It's a dream sequence. Yeah, it's a magical mushroom. Like, it's just a big dream sequence. It's like Charlie the Magical Unicorn meets Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
It's just an LSD trip episode of Cowboy Bebop.
but they get high by eating shrooms,
They
right?
just get high, and that's just it.
Oh.
Yeah,
So?
because they
Yes.
find them and they run out of food.
Oh, okay.
And
Huh.
they hunt down a shroom guy. That's Cowboy Bebop.
You should be watching.
You should be watching.
Well, the question we should be asking is, why haven't you seen Cowboy Bebop?
I don't know.
That's a pretty good
It's
question.
getting there after Trigun. That was my plan.
Like there are certain tiers of you are hardcore anime
I
if you have
know.
seen this. One of the very first
I
tiers
know,
is Cowboy
well,
Bebop.
Trigun comes first, and then I'll watch it.
It's like when there's a show that's that old and still
Yeah.
that revered, you know it's something special.
I'm getting there. I mean, I only been watching anime for like
And
almost 2 years. You know, give me time.
only 720,
Yeah.
actually 730
Well,
days.
You know,
It's pretty
I've been
good.
busy watching other stuff. I'll get there eventually.
Please inform me what is taking priority.
What?
You know, like
Boku no Pico?
What are you talking about? Chaku no Pico, the sequel.
is that really a sequel or did you just make that up?
I think it is. I have no idea.
All right,
look
well,
it
for
up.
the record, I have not seen Boku no Pico.
Okay. Well then.
I just saw the viral video on YouTube, and I was like, wow, that's it. Neither has my brother, by the way. That was a joke.
No, I don't. I just don't think we care.
Guys, I was about to say,
Oh.
I was about to say, who was busy caring because I wasn't.
That sound, that was the sound of not giving a fuck.
Yes, it was. I see this. I see this.
Your argument is invalid.
I'll go
watch
cry in the
Cowboy
corner.
Bebop.
Look at all the fucks I give. Oh wait, you can't because this is an audio call.
Logic. Perfect.
Potato logic.
Yes,
Yeah, that was a pretty,
it's like mashed
that
potatoes and
comment,
gravy.
like, really resonated with me. Potato logic.
Potato. Boil 'em,
Yeah.
mash 'em, stick 'em in a
But,
stew.
on the same note of our fantasy dub of Cowboy Bebop, we should probably get into tonight's main segment, which was sub versus dub, and our thoughts on it. So Tristan, what do you think on the argument? Or rather, what do you think we should talk about? Should we talk about the benefits of each? Because there's not money. Or
Well, we can start with our personal preferences when it
Okay,
comes to
let's start off with
generally.
that sounds a good idea.
Like this particular topic is one giant ass powder keg on the internet for some reason. My general thought is if there's a dub, I will watch it unless there's a fairly decent reason as to why I shouldn't, being it's either bad or there's just people in it I don't like, or if it's done by Sentai. I don't know. No, I will watch Sentai dubs, but generally it's, if there's a dub, I will watch the dub, and if not, I will watch the sub. The only other difference is like, if I watch the show in sub first, unless the dub is damn good, I will probably only watch the sub, because that's the voices I'm used to for the particular characters.
Fair enough, yeah. That's what I do a lot. Usually for me, it's I watch a lot of my stuff subbed, just because it's either unavailable in English, or that's really about it. I usually tend to gear. I'm usually geared towards watching newer stuff that really hasn't been dubbed yet, like currently airing stuff. But if it's older, then I'll watch the dub, and I usually really enjoy the dub, but I feel like I've seen so few is what that's my only real complaint about dubs. I can't really say what are good ones. I know good ones, but I couldn't like tell you any bad ones because I've seen so few that they're all on a pretty even playing field for me right now.
I can tell you some pretty bad dubs. I know two off the top of my head.
You're gonna say Elfen Lied Higurashi.
I was gonna say Higurashi. I wasn't gonna say Elfen Lied. Elfen Lied.
Elfen Light had an average dub.
Elfen
but-
Lied.
Yeah, Elfen Lied.
There are
whatever.
it had moments of pretty good, but the majority of it is crap. Yes. The other bad dub is Final Fantasy Unlimited. Oh my god. I cannot listen to that ever in my life. I tried.
I feel like with
And I failed.
Elfen, is it Lied or Lead? I say Elfen Lied.
Lead.
Oh, okay.
It's Lead.
So with Elfen Lead, like I felt like the dub was bad, but the only parts that were good was when like
I liked Lucy. Lucy was about it.
Lucy when she got like serious
Lucy.
though, when they were in like their demon phases. Like the dub was good then, like, you know, they were very creepy sounding then, but other than that, like the dub really wasn't that good, especially the main character's voice. Like he just really pissed me off. And
Well, then again,
and
the
his
character
cousin.
is just kind of set to piss you off.
The main character just pissed me off.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, I think
But I feel like even like I don't know, to me like the audio quality was even off. Like as if like it just seems like it kind of echoes in a way. Like if you guys like I mean, I just watched this recently, so I know it's there. Like try watching it again and you kind of hear his voice like zone out at the end of every sentence. Like, it's supposed to be something, like, really serious that he's saying, but it's not. I don't know, I just feel like the audio quality of that dub is horrible. Which kind of, like, leads me to say that I actually prefer watching things subbed. Mainly for the reason of that, like, and I usually watch airing anime, and that's what I lean more for. But if I'm watching, like, classics, I'm going to watch them dubbed. And, I mean, if I see something that has a dub, I'll watch that first. And most of the time, if something does have a dub, then I'll watch it that way. And yeah, that's really it. But yeah, I seem to go more for the subs. But I'm not a hater. I'm not a dub hater. And I'm not like, and I don't say that dubs are horrible, and I'm not trying to like convert everybody to watch just dubs, like, a lot of people tend to do.
Because I tend to watch dubs as well, just because it's the cliche line of, I like hearing things in my own language. But,
Yeah.
but I watch dub as long as it's good, or if there's any reason I don't want to watch it. Because I've only recently got into the whole airing anime side of stuff, which is totally alien to me. So when the dub's available, I do try to watch it dubbed.
Yeah, I think like what it is if the show's over 2 years old, it's usually dubbed, or rather, any show that's over 2 years old that I want to watch is usually dubbed. And if that's the case, then I watch it dubbed. But there's so, I find it harder to go back and watch something older for some reason. That's only because I'm in the mode of watching currently airing stuff right now. I have moments where I marathon really old shows and just do them one after another.
Define really old. How old are you?
Like
talking?
90s or
2007 pre.
really old is 2007.
No, I'm talking about like I'm saying in the terms of like what we all call the drop off of anime.
It's true.
It's like I'm saying since like then from there and like before, I watch everything in that time period usually dubbed, or anything that's worth watching, it has been dubbed by now. So like Black Lagoon, I would watch dubbed.
Yeah.
And like Princess Tutu, I would watch dubbed. Like there's very few things that are good that are worth watching that have not been dubbed. Like Aria, the animation hasn't been dubbed. But there's very few things. Like one like what was it? It's like the whole thing with back when Johnny Young Bosch is doing everything.
Yeah.
I think I watched like every show that he did at that time.
Just quite a few.
It was quite a few.
Well, the thing is, a lot of, we were talking about pre-2007, all the good shows that came out pre-2007 have been dubbed. Let's call that like the Johnny Young Bosch period, say. And then, like, more recently, it's just been, the number of dubs have been like coming less and less. And even if you have a good show now, you don't expect it to be dubbed.
That's very true.
It's not a pre.
Madoka being...
Because before, if you saw something, I would say, I could wait for this. I want to wait for this to be dubbed. But now,
it's slow.
There's mystery to it. I was like, oh, yeah, will it be like a sub-only release, or will they actually dub it? You know, we don't know now.
Madoka was just a weird thing, because that thing was such a smash hit, and it has a dub when people weren't expecting it, whereas Bakemonogatari does not have a dub, and that show was really popular as well. So it's kind of like storytelling nowadays. Like, for some reason, I'm glad that Bakemonogatari is not getting dubbed, because it would lose this like piece of it that I don't think the English voice actors could replace. Do you know what I mean?
I think the chemistry of the characters would not be present.
I think that...
Not just like the word plays and all the like puns and all that.
Like how fast... Yeah, like the bullet pace that they talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's it as well.
But then you have something like Fate Zero, which I really hope does get a dub, but I'm not sure it will get.
It probably won't.
If you know what I
It
mean.
won't.
Well...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying it won't, but it probably
why,
won't.
though?
It won't, just because it's Aniplex and it's expensive. If it gets a dub, it'll be a long time.
But then again, Aniplex was the ones that brought over Madoka, didn't they?
They already released Fate Zero, though.
No, they released the imported Fate Zero. They didn't release a domestic Fate Zero. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
well, I mean, that's what
If
they
they
do.
were to release a domestic Fate Zero,
Which they're not going to. I don't think they will. Or at least it will be, I think, about a year and a half until they do. About the same time span it took them to get Bakemonogatari.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're so hell-bent on not changing the product at all. Like, everything we get is all from them is practically an import in itself.
Basically, yeah.
Or at least it's at import pricing. Like, Madoka is already almost at, like, import pricing. Bakemonogatari, the new DVD box set and Blu-ray box sets, those are gonna be $150. And, I have no idea how much the new Karna Kokai DVD box set's gonna be, but I can only assume the worst, considering it's 7 movies.
You want to know what it's going to be?
What is it?
Worth it.
Well, I'm buying the
That's all you
I'm
need to
buying the
know.
Blu-ray one fairly soon.
Mhm.
I'm buying an old used copy of it, for I think $720.
Wow.
Just because I really want it. But that's
Wow.
the thing. Like, everything they do. Well, let's put it this way, Gene. You say, "Wow, it was $400 when it came out, and it's $700 now."
Yeah, I know. I remember you saying that in the last podcast, but it's like get it now and then it'll triple the price like later on down the road.
That's what it guarantees it pretty much. Aniplex guarantees sales because they don't reprint almost anything, or rather, if they do it in a dumbed down quality. So if it's on Blu-ray, they'll dumb it down to DVD, or like they'll do something weird. Because like with Ore no Imato ga Konna ni Kawaiwaka Genai, or My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute, they released the Blu-ray, right? Okay.
Yes.
And then they're releasing a DVD. Well, actually, that wasn't even Blu-ray. They released a DVD limited edition is what they called it. And then now they're releasing, like, a DVD, like, normal edition a year later, which is really odd. But for the limited edition, just on DVD right now, it was like $150 last time I checked for 16 episodes. It's just crazy. Like, the only reasonable box set that they've ever owned, as far as I'm concerned, was the Baccano import, which was like $60 at the time when it was first released. Like, everything they do it's not reasonably priced when it's released, but it sure as hell isn't reasonably priced, like, if you wait. That's the biggest thing.
So it's just
Like,
always worth it to get it while they have it.
even if you don't like it, you can sell it usually for more than you bought it for. That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like, you're never losing money when you buy it new with Aniplex. Unless it's read or die, because no one cares.
It's $700.
Yeah, like, that's like what? Like a week at work? I got nothing else to buy.
That's more than a
guess.
week for me.
That's
Wow. That's 2 weeks.
that's like a year for me.
That's like a
Oh my god.
that's
would-
like a year.
I would
to
have
save
to
that
work.
to save that amount of money
Okay, okay.
to specifically
Okay,
pay
but-
for that and not pay for like
Okay.
rent or food or anything.
I was about to say, like, that. Yeah, that's different. Okay,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
makes
I have
sense.
to pay for
Like,
rent and food and everything. So all that stuff to live comes first. But when it comes to just spending money, probably close to a year to save $700.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know what you mean.
I think
well,
the
I've
most
already.
I'd spend is like $250. I think that is the most.
I just pre-ordered Fate Zero box set too. That was $350.
Yeah.
I think it was. I pre-ordered that. That was pretty cool.
See,
Well,
I think about it,
both.
and sure, I would do it. You know, if like my dad would buy it for me for like Christmas or something. But
Well, that would
I'm
not
not-
be you doing it. Basically, you're saying
I know,
I would
yeah,
be
I
a charity
know.
case, and I would accept it.
yes.
So you
well,
wouldn't
I
go,
guess
get this
I would
shit
go
out of my
halves.
face. I don't want Fate Zero, Dad.
I would just ask
wanted
my
a puppy.
dad, can we go halves on a $370 anime series? And maybe he would do it. But you know, that would be anything I would get from him for like an entire year.
I don't know anyone that would go halfers on a $700 anime series, except for Holden. But Holden would just go, "No, bitch, I'm just gonna buy it myself."
Yeah. I was about to say, like, bitch, like, I'm an adult. I don't need your handouts.
You better
like-
not bring that to college.
What? Oh
No, he better bring that to college.
I was about to say, like,
Get all the ladies.
Yeah, he will.
showing
He will
them
bring
off.
that to college. What kind of a fan would he be if he didn't?
Because
bring it to
what
college?
if it gets stolen? Like,
I actually have insurance on my
Who?
anime.
What kind of
Thanks.
college do you go to where people are fucking stealing Blu-ray discs?
what?
Is
Yeah.
there like this phantom burglar just going
I don't
around
know.
finding anime
Because
DVDs?
I mean, Because if Holden's telling us, him bringing
Well, I mean-
roommates into his room, yeah, this cost me $700. Oh shit! Okay, I'm gonna steal it from you and sell
Then
it on
you just
the
don't
net.
tell them how much it would cost it. To them, it's just a set of DVDs.
The only people
Yeah,
going in
that's
my
very
room
true.
are people who are about to get like it doesn't matter. Like no one's gonna go, wow. If I was to look at that, I would go $700. Yeah, that looks like it's worth $700. Like I don't think no one's gonna look at it.
There's this piece of jewelry next to the box set, and the burglar goes for the box set. That must be like the saddest burglar ever.
No, I don't really care. I mean, I already.
If I know how much I spent on it, I don't think I would bother. I would just feel like it would need to stay in a safe or something.
Well, I mean, I have insurance on it. Like, I don't really care what happens to it, to be honest. I just wanted to own it.
yeah.
I watched it once, and that's probably one of the few times I'm going to watch it
Yeah.
because I'm really afraid of rewatching it.
You think you'll
I'm
change your
really-
opinion or your mind?
No, it's not. It's not that. It's that it'll make me look at anime again. Like when I looked at this, it was just really fun and exciting. But if I watch it again, I'll look at it and I'll just keep watching it and I'll go, why is nothing else like this? Like how are you the only one who's done this? Like I would look at it and I just wouldn't comprehend like why.
Well, it's
And-
like
It's this weird thing where
there's like a few series where
it's so good. Like that's the
there's
problem.
a few series where you just finish watching, and because it was so good, you have this point where you just don't know what to do with your life anymore, just because you know that there's nothing you're not gonna have this awesome feeling
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was my my first video response to you. I said something very similar to that. It was, how do I know if a series is good? And if it leaves a void with you feeling a like no direction of what you should do next, then the series accomplished its goal and strummed emotional chords and like it was
And how many shows have you seen that actually have done that?
about 10.
Yeah, that's about right for me too.
Yeah, that's about 10
About
to
10.
15 for me.
Yeah, like the first one for me was it was Code Geass, and I never looked back.
I
That was
think-
it was
I think
I was
you
like, wow.
two should really watch Phantom then, because
I've
like
seen
if the
Phantom.
ending
And
yeah,
Phantom's
like,
ending was shit. What are you talking about?
What? No, it was not.
The entire second half of Phantom, I
Okay,
hate so
look.
much.
You know what? I gotta tell you something, because after watching Phantom still is one of my favorite anime. Like, it switches between that and I think like Full Metal Panic. But
Phantom's
like,
first half
Phantom,
is
I know,
freaking
has-
amazing. I will grant you that. But the second
is.
that the little girl in 2 years
Yes.
grew
Yes.
to twice her height
Yes,
and
I
twice her
know.
bust size,
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, that was the only.
everything just went downhill.
Yeah, but that was like the only flaw that maybe Phantom
Only
had.
flaw, it was the entire second half of the damn show.
No, it wasn't.
no, that's a pretty big flaw.
No.
Maybe it wasn't 12 episodes,
Maybe a
but it
good
was at
4
least the last
episodes.
No, the last 6, at least the last 6. So that's the last entire quarter of the show.
Maybe. Well, I mean, just after seeing her, just let it out of your head that she just went through a growth spurt. That's all. Okay. She went
She
from a little
doubled in
girl to like
size.
a really hot chick. That's it.
She doubled her height, and she went from being completely flat-chested to having
Let me
tits the
see.
size of her head.
What was her name again? I gotta look at pictures, see if anybody's got like differences up on the net or something. What was her name? Seal?
I can't even remember because I didn't care. Like, I will buy Phantom because I have actually bought Phantom, but the first half is so good, but the second half so bad. I put Phantom in the same little category as I put Gungrave. Gungrave was great until they decided to move away from the whole Crime Boss family into this
Cal.
really
sorry, I'm still listening.
weird and dumb monster killer thing.
I mean, that was a little. I don't care. I still love the ending.
you
though. The ending
described-
was just like, what?
You just described my problem with Eureka 7 AO. Eureka 7 is what I claim to be as one of the funnest, like, most enjoyable series that I've ever seen. Like, wait, Giga, haven't you seen it?
Yes, Eureka 7 is freaking awesome.
It's an amazing series. And the
Yeah.
thing is, was it needing a sequel, Garant? Like, do you
Sorry?
think it would need, it did not need it at all. Like, it was one of those.
It didn't need a sequel.
Yeah,
at
that's
all.
my thing. It's like it's one of those endings that it happens, and it even has like a flash forward, and it's like, oh, here's what happens to these people later in the future, and then Bones has the audacity to go, dude, this needs a sequel. Ever since Bones has started making
Bones just needs to stop
sequels
doing
and
that.
Bones do not mix. It's oil and water. It's absolute complete shit.
Although,
Like-
we have to preface now that do remakes count as sequels? Because then you'll have so many people bitching at you over Brotherhood if you say that was crap. And now we have silence.
We're not going to get in this debate. We're not going to get in this debate. It's because this is like wildfire. We're playing with wildfire. Whatever we say about
I
Brotherhood, it's
do
like-
not have time to talk about this.
Right now, not today.
Okay, so later then.
This probably warrants its own podcast.
Let's say for now, Bones direct Bones sequels of Bones series are so far shit
Okay.
in comparison to the original source material.
Okay.
That's just how it
Would
is.
you say then that Knocking on Heaven's Door is shit in comparison to the original Bebop?
Is that a sequel?
Technically, yeah.
That's
well,
not a
no,
sequel,
it's-
though. That is-
Exactly.
It's a sequel, but it takes place in the same timeline. And
It's
the
episode
show.
21.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can't have a sequel after the ending of Cowboy Bebop. That would just be stupid.
You can
Well,
actually.
that's the thing.
There's- But
I was about to
that's
say,
for a whole
like,
different story.
Watanabe said multiple times that he might make a sequel, and that leads me with one of those things of, that would be horrifying. Like,
It would
that
either be the greatest thing ever or the greatest travesty to ever befell our
I
wonderful
think
medium.
it wouldn't be good. I think it'd be like Death
It
Note,
wouldn't.
where
It
Death Note has this
wouldn't.
point where if it stopped, it would have been legendary. And I think Bebop did the same thing. It stopped at the right point where it was legendary. And if they did like Death Note and kind of try to continue upon what was already perfection, you'll end up just like messing it up. And I think Bebop would be like the same thing, where
No. I think this would be even worse than Death Note. This would be like if someone sequeled Death Note now and made Nier the main fucking
Yeah.
character. You know, you just can't do it.
it would be bad. I don't want to ever see a sequel of that. I would just like a side story, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. But
Or like what if there was like a prequel to Bebop to explain what
I was
was
gonna
going
say,
on with
I was about to
Spike when he
say,
was
yeah.
still in the mob?
yeah, an Origins thing would be pretty cool.
That'd be acceptable.
That would be totally fine. I'd be totally all over that. That'd be really cool. Even though Shinichiro Watanabe recently has done stuff about homosexuals having bromances in the 60s
On an incline.
on an incline.
Oh, that's
For those of you who are not know what I'm talking about,
Yoko
I'm
Kanno
talking about
playing
Adolescence Upon an Incline, also known as in English,
In
in English, kids on the slope.
in English.
In my language, it's Adolescence Upon an Incline, because I call it that just to undermine it even more. And in Japanese, it's Sakamichi no Apollon, which is the story of two men in the 60s realizing their sexuality for one another with jazz.
no. It's guys. It's not gay. It's not gay. All right.
Well, it's not gay if
Don't
it's...
be leading all of our listeners away from Sakamichi no
gay
Apollon.
if it's in a three-way. But in Sakamichi no Apollon,
ambiguously gay duo.
it's so...
It's not.
Do you know how I know that you're gay? You thought it was about jazz. That's like the biggest.
No,
That's the biggest
No.
thing that you can get.
jazz!
I never said that.
Yoko Kanno is at her worst. There was one scene. There was...
You guys are just disappointed because a lot of people went in thinking that was going to happen, and it didn't.
No.
You know, just because you went in
I...
thinking that doesn't make it gay.
It's because we went in seeing Watanabe and Yoko Kanno together. And,
People were expecting Bebop.
well, I wasn't expecting Bebop, but I was expecting more.
Something along the lines, yeah.
More.
Anything with Yoko Kanno going into it with that trailer. I expected more music because that's
Yeah.
definitely how it was marketed.
Well, no,
Then
Yoko
we had
Kanno's
this
your
one
composer. Yoko Kanno's your composer, and you have a show about guys playing music. Hello?
Like, it could have been really amazing.
You know what?
But it
I
wasn't.
think
And then
I
they
think
had to make it
I think
about.
you guys just need to let it go because it's not
But
gay.
how can you say like the main character got more upset when his best friend was moving to another band than when he got rejected by the girl that he really liked. You know, when he got rejected, he just sulked for a bit, but when the other guy was going in the rock band, he fucking went on a tissy.
Because he loved Ritsuko so much that he wanted her to be happy, and she was happy.
He was
Knowing that he was
the
happy,
most depressing
so
little piece of
He
shit
was kind
ever.
of he was living
he,
for her,
he would never fucking get. He never got anything done.
and that's why I love him so much.
He is the Shinji Ikari of that show.
he was like Shinji Ikari with like a piano. Actually, wait a
That's
minute.
what it was.
He's not.
Wait a minute. That's what the 3.0 trailer meant.
And really hot
The
glasses.
piano. It all makes sense.
You're just gonna see Shinji with just put on some glasses, and it's just gonna be a transformation.
And it's gonna be turning into Sakamichino. Holy shit! Oh my god!
No, to all of our listeners, please
don't watch
do
Sakamichi
not
no
get
Fallen.
deferred by Sakamichi no Pollen.
Don't
You can
fucking
find
watch
many
it.
of anime reviews, including my own. Not just my own, but other reviews.
Go watch
And
Eureka 7.
You're
hear
hearing
exactly
people's
what
thoughts on it
thoughts
right
are on
now.
this, and not just these guys.
And I will review it.
Yes, but
let's do this
you guys are getting
together
up on
with
me, and I'm scared. So
Before Gene gets
I was about to say,
too high
like,
up on her, we
I
are
was
all
gonna say,
reviewers here. All
we
our
have-
opinions are valid.
yes, I know they're valid, but you know you're just trying
Don't
to make
waste
it
your
out
time.
like it's
Go
a
watch
fact that
Beck.
it's
That's
just
what I would say. Go watch Beck. Don't waste your time.
Okay, here it is. Here's what I say. Go watch it.
That's what
if you
I
want,
kind of said
but
in
just
my review.
beware of the homosexual overtones and lack of music. There we
Lack
go.
of music. I was about to say that's the biggest thing.
Okay. It is based off of a josei,
And,
guys.
Emphasis on homosexual
Okay, so like
overtones.
they hold hands twice for like 30 seconds.
Oh, so it's not gay if you hold hands with another man.
No, but they weren't really holding hands. Like
Backpedaling.
he caught his hand or something.
What the fuck? They were holding hands while looking at each other with this slow motion.
They,
Fucking, I don't know.
they met for the first time. That's all.
I really wish I had a button that could play Careless Whisper right now.
I was
'cause
gonna
that
say,
would
just watch the opening and the scene whenever they face transform and the guy looks like he's autistic. The part after that, near the very end of the OP, when they're running together.
They're going
watch it
down
and
the
tell me.
slope. Come on, they're both happy, just running like kids.
No, but see, just because they're going down the incline.
Yeah, just play Careless Whisper to that scene, and it will make, and it will just make so much sense, more so than the actual opening of the song.
I don't know this Careless Whisper that you guys are talking
It's
about.
the
Is
one
this
that
like-
I use.
Oh
Okay.
my god, Wham!
Google it.
Wham, you know.
We'll
get the Kenny G version.
Okay. And with that, what's everybody's final thoughts as we attempt to wrap this thing up?
I watch dubs when they're available. I prevalently find myself watching subs.
I'm not a dub hater. And when I read Greg Aries' like little Twitter description, I got very upset because he told me to go read my subtitles instead of his tweets. But I do not feel that way. Just so you guys know, so don't hate me. Yeah.
Kids on the Slope is gay. But apart from that,
I knew that was coming. I was gonna say my final thoughts that Sakamichi no Pon is not gay. I should have gone last. Damn
You know, it happens. You know.
Damn you.
it happens. But yeah, whatever, dubs. Yeah.
And with that, thus ends episode 2 of Podtaku. Thank you all for coming and listening to us sit around this invisible table on the internet and talk shit about the homosexual adolescence upon an incline and everything else that we talked about in this last hour and like 20 some odd minutes. My name is Arcada from glassreflection.net, and everybody else?
My name is Holden from Holden Reviews, and until next time, sayonara. See you later.
Gene?
I'm Giguk from the Anime Zone. And I just totally stole Gene's thunder there.
Go nuts.
Until next time, I'll see you all next time.
And
All right. And this is Jeannie, also known as ex-sister of Jeans. And until next time.
And until the next Potaku, whenever that may be, because we do not know when, stay frosty, everyone. And that is it.
Everyone, quick, stop the recording!